How you guys doing? Glad to hear it. Listen, I felt like painting today, so I thought I'd bring y'all along for the ride. Yep, and it's a ride. Okay, so this is brand new. You know, this is brand new for me doing this YouTube thing, and I'm not usually I don't know. I'm just not used to this. So y'all be patient with me because this video stuff. So I think I got it at a little bit better angle now where you can see what I'm painting better, I think. And then I've got a little bit, I learned a few things with iMovie on how to edit. So that's kind of exciting. And then, but if y'all have any pointers or whatever, let me know. Before you couldn't see anything I was doing down here very much unless I held up my thing, so my little palette. So I think you can see a little bit better. I tried to get the glare off. I think there's a little bit of glare right there, but I can't seem to get rid of it altogether. But I'm working on it. This is just real temporary. I got about 3 weeks before I get to set up a lot better space for me with these with the little umbrella lights and everything to make it so you can see better. I have to say that the lighting really does make a difference for sure, because I did one before that didn't have the light and you couldn't really see it very well, so that's probably really important. And I also noticed that on some of the videos you can barely hear me talk, so I'm gonna probably have to get a little microphone or something. And I'd rather not have something attached to me. I do have like a Yeti thing speaker, so I just got to figure all that stuff out. I'll figure that out later. Maybe somebody can help me. So anyway, so I'm gonna paint something, and how I paint is intuitive. It's called intuitive abstract. Intuitive abstract. And like always, I'm gonna paint something and I have no idea what I'm gonna paint at all. I just plop down and go, I just feel like painting, and then I go for it. So here's another canvas, the old canvas. Now, actually, my daughter did this when she was probably in, I don't know, a long time ago, several years ago, and it really wasn't ever finished. I mean, she just started it, but that was like her first ocean try. I probably shouldn't paint over it, but I'm out of canvases. So she didn't finish it. It's been sitting here for years, so hope she don't mind. Anyway, so I'm gonna paint something on it, and it's really pretty already. I know. I love how she did. That's probably her first try. I bet she's really talented. So but I'm gonna do something, and I don't know what. I have to think about it again. So I don't know. This kind of reminded me of something. If I do it this way, does that remind me of something? I don't know. But this is speaking to me today. And so I'm thinking maybe this. If I was doing something traditional, I'd probably just continue on with this. I probably should. But this is an intuitive abstract channel. So, all right. You know what? I'm liking this. So I'm going to have to think of something. What if I just start painting and just see what happens? I do that sometimes. Sometimes, if I can't really think of something right off, I will go through my little box of paint colors, my paints, which is here. This is what I'm always stooping down and dipping into. Look at all those colors I have. You don't need all those colors to paint, but I just so happen to have them. So sometimes if I can't get an idea right away, I will start with colors first. I guess it's kind of like maybe I've listened to some of those songwriters. Sometimes, like a songwriter, does it the music first? Does that come first? Or is it the words? Is it the melody, the chorus? So they all do it different. And I kind of do it different every painting too, kind of just like that. Sometimes, I don't know what, sometimes it's a texture on, if I have something textured and it reminds me of something, you know, or it gives me an idea. Sometimes I don't know and I just want to start putting color on my canvas. And then after I pick some colors that I'm kind of in the mood for, and then something just kind of evolves. So we'll just see what happens today. Like I said, it's intuitive abstract. And you know what? You may not like this kind of painting, and that's fine. You know, that's, you know, doesn't bother me one bit. I was just encouraged to do this channel by several people, and I thought, well, why not? What the heck, you know? Maybe somebody will learn something. And you can, it's kind of, I can't say you can exactly follow along, but you kind of can. Just choose your own colors and kind of do your own little strokes. And you can kind of follow along a little bit, you know. So I guess I should do paint with me type shows sometimes. And I'm working on it. You know what? This is my 4th or 5th video, you know. So I got a long way to go. Okay, but I've come a long way, let me tell you. Okay, so what am I gonna do? So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but you know what I'm feeling? You know how I love pink. I'm still feeling pink. So I'm gonna use this pink again till it gets out of my system. Pink. Ooh, pink. And you know what else I like? Well, I love turquoise. I'm gonna do some turquoise and pink. Those are two colors to start. What about purple? I like purple. Purple's good. I like purple. Okay, I'm getting a theme going. See? Now my juices are flowing. Should I do another flower? I kind of like doing flowers. You can't screw up flowers, especially pretend flowers. These are pretend flowers. How in the bleep can you mess up a pretend flower? It's impossible. That's why you have to just go for it. Just paint for fun. You know, some of the biggest hurdles that people go through is just letting go and relaxing and just having fun and quit judging your painting. There's paintings that I paint that I personally, I just like, I like it. I really like that one. It'll be like my favorite one. And barely anyone likes that one. And then I'll paint a painting that I like. I usually try to paint something I'm going to like. And I don't paint for other people. I paint for me. And so, you know, and then I'll paint something that it's like, it may not be my top 10 or anything. And then I'll have people who go like, oh my God, I love that one. That's so great. So, you know, you just never know. Okay, you know what? I think I'll just start with that. And white. I'm feeling white, a lot of white. Okay, I think I'm going to have, oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't done a white background type painting. So, I think I'm going to do that. So, I like to use, if I'm going to do this, I'm probably going to stop the painting and let it dry a little bit. But I'm going to use this acrylic gesso to cover this up. Sometimes I could go with what's on here and work with it, which is what I do sometimes, you know. You know what? I'm going to do that. Because I don't think I want to gesso over the whole thing. I'm not going to do that. So, I know what I got to do. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to gesso over half of it. Yep. Just this half. Because I just like this. For some reason, I like it like this. And so I'm just going to go with it. So here, I'm going to use the gesso. And then I'm going to let it dry. Because another thing about the gesso is that I can make it sort of chunky and messy. And I don't know if you know, a lot of like what I like to do is very chunky and sort of messy. Well, very messy. That's what I like. Kind of my style. So if I ever had to have one, it's chunky and messy. That's probably real art words. I'm sure a real artist would disagree. What is a real artist anyway? Define real artist. I mean, come on. What, Van Gogh? He didn't even sell a painting his whole life, I don't think. His whole entire life. Van Gogh. He's one of my favorites. I love Van Gogh. But see, the reason I like doing the gesso is because it covers so quick and fast and thick. It's super opaque. And that's why I use gesso, they say gesso the canvas, but these canvases that you buy at the store already have a good enough coating on it to just jump in and start painting. They really do. And I do like, I don't think I'm going to let it dry now that I think about it, because I like painting wet on wet. So, especially when I do these super abstracty things. All right, so that's done. But it dries really, really fast, so you don't have to worry about, All right, so. Okay, I got that far. Now what? Let me think here. You know what I'm thinking? So. I'm going to just. I think I'm gonna. What do you think? I think I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna make this green greener. Okay. This color green. That's what I'm gonna do. And sometimes it's really thick, so I'll spray it. And I don't worry about my paintbrush being all super clean, because I mix up my stuff anyway. It's all mixed up anyway. I kind of like that. The look of me just. Of the paintbrush just kind of. See how that did? Look at this. That looks kind of cool already. See, now, did I completely cover this up? Yeah, I did. Well, that's okay, because that's how I was feeling today. Sorry, Valerie. Mama still loves you. Keep painting. I promise, we'll make a deal. If you paint another painting, I won't cover that one up. Oh, and I always do the sides. I try to do the sides. Okay, I changed my mind again. I probably changed my mind about 20 times. It's going to be really hard to follow. But you know what? You just got to try to keep up. But I decided I am going to dry it. So I can paint so I can draw just real basic outline of this passion flower I want to do. Okay? I'm going to try it. Just wait till I get my studio. We're going to get real messy. I don't even have room to get messy. I'm not even close to being messy. I already messed up this nice chair I'm sitting on. I hope the paint comes off. Because it's actually a nice chair. Alright. I want to get some green on there, I see. But that's okay. I kind of like. See, I guess I just kind of go through it. And I get these little, like, remember Bob Ross used to say, it's a happy accident. This is a happy accident. See how I got the green on the side? But then I like how a little bit of that green is showing up in my painting. See? It just happens like that. That's how it happens. I like it. See? A little bit greenish. I mean, I don't know. I may paint over it later. But right now I'm thinking, I like that. Maybe I'll have some of the white go over in the green. I kind of like it. Alright, you know what I'm thinking? My brother showed me this really cool flower that he had in his... I'm going to do flower again. I guess I am. Why not? He showed me this really cool flower. I may have to stop the video to get a vision of it again. But I think it's called a passion flower, I think. So pretty. That would be cool on here. let me stop tape, look at the flower, and I think I changed my mind again. I'm gonna dry it. I'm gonna look at the flower, and then I'll draw just a basic shape of the flower. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the passion flower. See, it's so exciting when I actually come to the point of figuring out what I'm gonna paint. See? Fun. You need to try it. Okay, so I had my brother text me a picture of these flowers in his garden, and I think they're passion flowers. I'm not sure. So if you know, let me know. Anyway, but they're real pretty anyway. They're real pretty purple flowers. So I thought they'd be cool. So I just just kind of sketched just real loose, about how I want the flowers to be. And I mean, you don't even have to be, you don't have to be a good drawer to do that. Just kind of get an idea where you want your flowers to go. And I thought that kind of looked nice like that. So I'm just going to go with that. I might stick some big leaves. There are some real pretty big leaves on this plant. It's such a pretty plant. I could do that later, but just saying. I don't know. Kind of has skinny little stems. But anyway, it's pretend, so we can just, do our thing. Alright, so I'm going to start by, I do like pink, purple, blue. Alright, so I'm going to put, I got to start somewhere. So I'm going to start with purple. And when you do an abstract, you don't have to do dark to light or anything like that. So you can just kind of do whatever. I've done some paintings I've done with the whole palette, the whole palette knife. And it was one of my favorite paintings. I did the whole painting with the palette knife. We'll have to do that sometime. That's fun. So anyway, I'm going to go I think this size. Not too big, not too small. Even though actually, like I say, when you start a painting, you should go with a big paintbrush. And see, I'm debating. I think I am going to stay with the really big one, because I'm just still laying down my basic colors, right? And you want to make sure you aren't tempted to get any detail in your painting up front, okay? Now, so all I'm gonna do is kind of just block these suckers in how I want them. They don't necessarily, I'm not sure, if I'm gonna I'll probably just do variations of purples, but they are purple, pretty purple flowers. Oh my goodness, I love them. Okay, all I'm doing is getting this pretty flower down. Just getting the just get it down on there. Okay. Sometimes I will do a little something to remind me something's on top. I will make it lighter sometimes to remind me of the drawing underneath. But see, I'm just getting it on the canvas. That's all I'm doing. Oh, that is actually, that was like a little turn leaf, which I thought looked real pretty. Okay. That's a big one. Not sure what was. I like it like that. Okay. So, and just because it's your drawing doesn't mean you can't change your mind. It's just chalk, by the way. I just put chalk on there. I always use chalk because it just blends right in with what I'm painting. Works great. I like that. Okay. So. A little thick, but sometimes if it gets too thick, I don't want it thick in the beginning. Remember, it's fat over lean. I don't want it too thick in the beginning because then, well, actually your paint will crack and stuff. Don't want that. I don't like how that green looks with the purple after I get it very purpley. I'm gonna put lots of coats to make it look. So what if I need one more? I don't know. I think. And then here's one. So I guess maybe that's it. It's just kind of more going with the flow. And you want to I want that leaf to be on top. So see, give me an idea how I want it. This is a little underneath leaf. Okay. And that's almost, there you go. Okay, now with the acrylics, you can't put coat after coat. See, like that, I'm gonna have to let this dry, and you have, depend on what you're doing, but acrylics oftentimes, unless you're doing a complete total wet on wet, then yeah, you do it all at one sitting. But if you're doing something like this, you may have to you know, stop, do something, let it dry, go get some coffee, and then come back to it, and then add another coat. So another thing, don't let things run off your canvas. Don't do this leaf and everything's just stuck in your canvas. Don't do that. You want to, if you're drawing it and it doesn't fit good, you want it to go off your canvas. So that's actually it. Okay, remember, don't freak out. This is the ugly part of the painting. It's the ugly part. This is the part I'm telling you this that I would be like, I would quit at this point. So you need to stay tuned to part 2. So make sure you do watch part 1 and part 2. I've had several people that that watched my part 1 and said, "Oh, that's a great painting," and it got to this stage and they thought I was done. No, this is just part 1. You got to make sure to do part 2. I'm going to try to only do part 1 and part 2 on every painting because it takes me, I don't know, anywhere from a couple hours each painting. So I'm trying to reduce the videos so they're about 30 minutes each. So it's an hour, part 1, and I'll fast forward the stuff that's just the easy part that you can stop the tape, do your thing, and start it, okay? It's not done yet. This is just part 1. So I'll start linking the part 2 link to the YouTube video down below in the description area. So I'll start doing that so it makes it easy for y'all to find. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye.